Hi everybody! Today I'm interviewing the traditional mom from the parent test, Shirin Yadegar of LA Mom Magazine. She interviewed a lot of other parents, but she hadn't been interviewed and to tell her side of the story. So today I'm going to interview her and I'm going to add her on live.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you today? I can't wait to meet you in person.
I feel so honored to be interviewed by you. Thank you so much for taking the time to interview me today.
You're welcome. You interviewed so many other parents, and I thought, oh my goodness, who's going to interview you? So here it goes.
Oh,
What does traditional parenting stand?
traditional parenting means that if you were lucky enough to have amazing parents like I did, that I'm kind of copying my parents in many ways and passing on the traditions that they taught me. So things like Friday night family dinners, respect for your elders, lots of love. All of that is traditional parenting. So it's really just passing down the values that my parents passed on to me.
You have 4 girls. Tell me about your kids.
Oh my goodness, 4 girls. Could you imagine, Juliet, if you had 3 sisters? Wow, it'd be a lot of fun in that
No,
house. There's a no.
even though I did see one family on Ninja Warriors when they had 4 more brothers.
Ooh,
A group of 4 brothers.
wow, wow.
Who's the only girl?
That's a lot. Yeah. Well, God blessed me with 4 amazing girls, and they are all similar in their values, but very different in their personalities. So my eldest daughter is Eden, and she is 19 years old. She's currently in Columbia University in New York, and she is studying Middle East studies, and she's really enjoying it. So you must go visit her when you're ready to start looking at colleges, Juliet. You have a while, but when you do, she'll tell you all about it.
Okay, and we just went to New York.
Do you love it?
Yes. I also performed at Carnegie Hall there and Central Park and LaGuardia Airport and Times Square.
Wow, Juliet, tell us again, how old are you?
6.5.
6.5, Carnegie Hall. That is incredible. I think you might be the youngest little girl who performed at Carnegie Hall. Is
Yeah.
that right? Congratulations. Wow.
Tell me about the other 3.
Other 3, you're a very good journalist because you're keeping on track, and it's very hard to do when people are going off track. So you're doing a great job interviewing from one journalist to another. Wanted to let you know you're doing a great job. Okay, so my Bella, she's 17 years old, and she is a senior in high school. She's graduating, and she is waiting to see where she's going to go to university. She's gotten into some incredible schools, and she is, Ivy Days tomorrow, so we will know where she's going to school. But the amazing thing about Bella is that she is a go-getter and she is determined. And I see a lot of you in her, and she actually is your #1 fan. So Bella loves you, Juliet. She follows you on Instagram and she loves all the great things you're doing. And you two are very similar in many ways. And then there's my Lily, and Lily's 13 years old, and she is the most independent daughter I have. She decided she was not going to stay in the bubble of private schools, and so she's in public school. She wants to be a designer, and she is a songwriter and very musical and just a bundle of joy. She's amazing.
I
And
also write like a little bit songs.
do you write songs?
Yeah.
Well, we'd love to hear it. You got to come jam with us. I think you need to come over one day and just jam with us.
Thank you. We should write something together.
That would be awesome. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if we took all the kids from the parent test and you guys wrote a song together and then performed?
That'd probably be a whole orchestra.
I think it'd be really, really cool. I think it'd be awesome. I think all of you or most of you play instruments. So, and I know, well, my youngest one, Camille, she plays electric guitar and acoustic guitar. And she sings, and so she could be your, she could do bass or guitar for you guys, which would be super fun. So she's my baby. She's 11 years
Type of bass, because there are two types of basses.
old. Oh, see, you probably know more than I do. She plays bass.
The bass, like, I, like the string instrument.
She plays a string instrument, yeah.
Mhm.
Very similar to a guitar. Looks very similar to, yeah. And she likes to play rock. Like, she rocks out. So she's our youngest one, and she loves to read. She goes through, like,
read.
you love to read? What's your favorite book you've ever read?
I don't know. Maybe like all the books I've read in the history of books.
You just love all of them.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They're all my favorites.
I love it. I love that you're so curious, and I love that you love music and reading and science and everything. It's so great. You got to keep that in you. It's awesome.
Do you love everything?
Do I love everything?
No, do your kids love everything?
I think
Do they
that.
share too?
Sorry, tell me again.
Do they share?
Do they share? Yes, they do share, because you know how expensive it is to have 4 daughters with clothing? Thankfully, they all share clothes, except for the one in New York now. Takes it. But the little ones go down to her closet, and they ask permission first. They FaceTime her, and they go into her closet, and they say, Eden, can we borrow this, this, and that? And she says yes, 99.9% of the time. And so our kids share a lot of stuff. Yeah, they share. They don't really have toys anymore because they're a little bit older, but they share their clothes.
How do you parent kids that are different from each other?
Very differently. So we parent all of them with a lot of love, and discipline, and joy. So they all get that, but they all are very, very different. So some of them need a little bit more push. And some of the girls need a lot more telling them to relax and take it easy and enjoy. And so I think depending on the personalities, we definitely parent each of them very differently, because I'm sure your parents also, the way that they parent you wouldn't be the way that they parent someone else who wasn't as ambitious as you are. You're so ambitious that your parents have to parent to you, to Juliet, right? Very different than they would parent somebody else.
What rules do you have at home for your kids?
What rules do I have? Okay, so the number one rule that we have that the kids don't like is that they don't have technology during the week except for homework. So for example, Camille gets home from school and she has homework to do. And so she needs her computer for homework. So sure, she can have that. But then she's not allowed to use her computer to do gaming or to go on Pinterest or, watch Netflix or anything like that.
Mom is exactly like that with my brother.
Oh yeah?
Because Mom also sends me down to go see Logan in his room to see if he's doing work, and he's doing games, and then he tells me to lie to Mom to say he's doing work.
But you know what? That's the one time that I think it's okay to kind of, I don't know if it's a lie, but it's not telling the full truth because you're protecting your brother.
Yeah.
And so I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. Because you want
but if she finds out, then she'll get mad.
Yes, she will. But it's more important for you and your brother to be close and to watch out for each other than it is for us as parents to make sure you're not on your technology, I think.
What happens if your kids don't listen to you?
So if they don't listen to me and it's something like don't have the cookie before dinner, something like that, then we'll just sit down and say, well, why did you have the cookie before dinner after I asked you not to have it? And we'll have a conversation, because no one is perfect and we're not robots, right? And so if they don't know about things like that, then we just have a conversation and we'll work it out. Something like, you don't understand it yet because you're younger, but as you get older, out with your your friends, you'll start to have curfew, which means you have to be home at a certain time. And so the kids are very clear on that. And if they show up late for curfew without calling and saying they're going to be late, then they don't get to go out with their friends the next time they ask. So they have to have a week off.
What do you do when your kids fight with each other?
Well, I kind of stay out of it. When the girls are arguing, we kind of just let them work it out. It's never really gotten to a point where they've gotten physical. If they do get physical, I think I'd have to intervene. But for the most part, we let them work it out. We've given them the tools to communicate with each other. So if they're not getting along, they're respectfully listening to one and another most of the time, and they figure it out.
At what age did you let your kids have a cell phone? Because I'm not saying this because my other cell phone didn't work, and it never worked, so I'm just asking you this.
We gave our kids cell phones when they went to middle school. So when our kids went to elementary school, they were at school all day, and then we would pick them up and take them to their activities, and they were never alone. But for middle school, they would stay at school after school for sports, and the schedules would change, and they would need to get in touch with us. So we allowed them a cell phone so that they could connect with us, and also because everybody has a cell phone in middle school. And so if the kids didn't have a cell phone, they wouldn't be able to be social, and they would be left out of all of the social fun with all their friends.
Yes. Even though most schools, they don't allow cell phones in the classroom.
They do not. That's right. But then they have their phone so they can call us after school and let us know what's going on.
What time is your kids' bedtime, and do you check on them?
Yes, they have a bedtime. So the older ones don't have a bedtime. They kind of stay up sometimes until 3 in the morning doing homework, believe it or not. And I wish that they wouldn't, but I'm sleeping before they are. But the 13 and the 11-year-old have a 10 p.m. bedtime. And yes, I do check on them. Actually, I'll tell you what happened the other day. And if Camille hears this, she'll be upset with me. But my 11-year-old Camille, 10 o'clock, I tuck my kids in bed every night. I lay with them. We say a little prayer together, and we talk for a few minutes, and I kiss them, and I leave the room. About 11 o'clock, I got up to use the restroom, and I just went to go check on them. And I see that Camille's light is on, and I think, what's going on? I opened her door, and she's in her bed reading. And I said, Camille, it's 11 o'clock at night. Why are you awake? She's like, I just had to finish the chapter. I said, yes, but it's 11. You need to sleep because you have to wake up early. She goes, but I need to read the chapter. And so all parents want their kids to read, but they need to follow the rules. And you guys need sleep because sleep is more important than reading. And so I took her book away from her, and I told her it's time for bed, and I walked out.
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah. I'm like, can I just read one more book? And Mom's like, no, please, no, please, no.
Isn't that funny? It's so funny because most parents want their kids to read, but we want more than reading for you to have good sleep and downtime because your brain needs to rest.
Do you check on your kids' homework and review their tests with them?
So I don't check on my older ones, but ever since the kids started kindergarten, we started a routine of bring your home, you come home from school, you have a snack, you open up your homework, and you sit in the kitchen to do your homework so that I can kind of be watching over you. Once the kids got to 3rd grade, they became extremely independent and they did their work on their own, and I stopped checking their work. Because I felt they needed to have their work checked by their teachers. And so, yes, they bring all their tests home. We go over their tests, what was wrong. We say, why was it wrong? Let's fix it. Let's learn it and get all the support you need. So next time you don't get that problem wrong. So that's how I kind of deal with homework with them.
What are the kids' plans for the summer?
Ooh, plans for the summer. I want to know what your plans are for the summer too. I bet you already have your summer planned out. Not yet.
Nope.
That's good. Maybe you're just going to have a lot of fun.
To trampoline park every day.
Love that. That sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Wow. So my kids' plans. So my daughter, Eden, who's in New York, got an internship. She's going to be working for a think tank in Los Angeles. So she's coming home. Yay! We're so happy to have her at home. My Bella, who's graduating, is actually going to, she's the one, we talked about how you parent children differently. She's the one who we need to say, Bella, I think you should take this summer to just relax and have fun. And you're graduating high school. And so that's what she's doing. She is going to just relax for the first time in many years and just take it easy and travel and have fun. And maybe she'll get a job and do something like, you know, on the side, but she's going to have fun. That's her goal is just to have fun this summer. And Camille is going to be, we're going to all travel together as a family, but Lily and Camille are both athletes. So they're both going to be really working hard at getting better at their sport. So Lily's going to be in like club volleyball camp training all summer, and Camille will be in basketball camp training all summer. And then we'll just be having a lot of fun and swimming and doing fun stuff together.
Did they ever like compete?
So they do. We actually just went to Las Vegas with, I think there were 5,000 teenage girls competing. It was crazy. It was so loud. I was so thankful that it was just me and Lily and that my husband didn't come, because his ears would have just popped out of his face probably. But we were there for 4 days doing volleyball competitions. So it was a lot of fun. Girls basketball is not as competitive as girls volleyball. So those tournaments are kind of different. They're more relaxed. But yes, they compete. They compete on the weekends.
Got it. Do you make them practice? Do you like have like some, my neighbor also has this. It's like the basketball hoop coming. Like
we do. We have a basketball hoop in our backyard, so they do practice. Our rule, which I think your mom has the same rule, is whatever it is that you're interested in doing in life, I will open that door for you as your mother. But if you don't practice, I'm going to close that door. So that means if you want to be an amazing piano player, you have got to, I will get you a teacher, but you have to practice every single day, because if you don't, then we're going to stop lessons. And I think your mom does the same thing with you, right?
Yeah, I quitted piano. I thought violin was easier.
You think violin's easier than piano?
Yeah, but that was me. I wanted to quit piano.
Got it.
Because I thought violin was easier.
Wow.
But now I miss piano, so I started again.
Oh, wow.
But now I only know Twinkle, Twinkle, and my C major scale.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I think you're very musical and you're very dedicated, right? And anything you practice in life, you're going to be really good at. So I think your mom and I are the same in that way.
Yeah. Do the kids have chores?
Yes, they have chores. So they need to, Lily washes her own clothes, you know, and folds them and puts them away. Camille's 2 years younger, so her clothes get washed for her. They're put on her bed. She has to put them away. They have to make their bed in the morning, and then they have to clear the table, load the dishwasher, and really just look out after themselves. But those are their chores around the house.
Do they like doing some of the chores? Because I love making my bed in the morning.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, I would love if you could call them later this afternoon and tell them that you love making your bed. That would be great. I don't think they love making their bed. It's not a chore, but Lily cooks dinner for us once a week. She does it out of joy, but that's amazing for us. And the days that she cooks for us, we make Camille clear the table, and she doesn't like that. Our kids really don't like doing chores, but they do them anyway. Because you got to learn to be responsible for yourself, right?
Yes, but I really love cooking desserts instead of dinner.
Ooh, you like to?
I really love baking cookies.
Yum. What kind of cookies do you make?
Chocolate chip pumpkin cookies, sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Was it almond and peanut butter? Almond and peanut butter cookies. And other types of others. Oh, and lemon dirt brownies, because the worms were the gummy worms, and the dirt was crunched up Oreos.
Oh, wow, that's really creative, and that sounds really yummy too.
Yeah,
Like that.
do you also pay them for chores because a lot of other chores, when you go around to do chores for other people, they also pay you.
Yes. So we just started with Lily because she's in middle school and she has a phone. So we just got her a debit card, and we put $25 a week in there for her so that she can learn how to become financially responsible. And so if she does all of her chores that she's supposed to do, she gets her $25, and then she can learn what to do with it. She can save it. She can put $5 of it away. She can spend it all. She can learn to manage her money through the app, which is really cool.
Yep, it's just like when I made money for when the busking. I wanted to buy ice cream with it, but the ice cream was actually $18.
$18 for ice cream?
Yes, one cone of ice cream.
Where was that?
New York.
Oh my goodness, that's expensive ice cream.
Yes.
Did you end up getting it?
What it was altogether because my whole family got it. Well, maybe no, not my whole family, just me and Mom. My dad ate Mom's.
Yeah, that's usually how it works, right?
Yeah. What happens if Lily needs more than $25 a week?
Well, then she'll come and she'll ask. And she'll say, you know what, there's like this sweatshirt that I've really been wanting, Mom. Can you help me out? And so what I can do is give her an advance, which means, okay, you need an extra $25. I can put that in, and then you will slowly start to pay it back as you learn to save money. And we figured out a way through the app, which is really cool, is that you can kind of start to put money away. But usually when they need some more money and it's for something that they want to purchase, we help them get it.
How were you raised? Were your parents strict?
My parents were immigrants, so they came to this country and they were both working full time all the time. And I think watching them, they didn't really have the time to be really strict, but yes, they were very disciplined, which meant there were certain expectations, and my brother and I just knew that that was expected. Like, we knew that we had to go to school and do well because our parents were doing everything they could to give us a good life. They were working all the time to provide a good life for us. So we went to school like we were supposed to. We did well in school. We were both athletes. I played soccer. He played football. And we helped around the house as much as we could. But we did it really out of respect for our parents, more than them being strict and, forcing us to do it. It was our parents raised us with a lot of love. Did
you get along with your brothers or sisters?
No,
however many siblings you had?
One brother just like you. I have one older brother.
I have two brothers.
You have two? I thought you had one.
My other brother's 22. Yeah, he's 22.
Okay. So you have
and my other brother is 14, almost 15, because my birthday is in May 2nd. His birthday is in May 3rd.
Oh, wow.
That's
amazing. And you have a birthday coming up. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Ooh, any plans?
Oh, I know what my cake will be.
What's that?
A chocolate cake and a big brownie.
Oh, yum. That sounds good. You're a chocolate girl.
Yep, I love chocolate.
You would fit into our family perfectly. We are chocolate lovers. We love chocolate.
And when I'm sick and my mom's sick, and my mom wants chocolate.
Chocolate makes everyone feel better. It's so good. We love chocolate. Yeah. Love it.
Do you get along with your brother?
Yeah, so my brother is my best friend in the whole world, and we get along really well, and he really has been like a second father to my girls, and he's amazing. Really lucky to have him.
Just like me, I love my brother, but he scares me a lot.
Well,
because sometimes when I'm going in there, when sometimes he gets a break because he did a lot of his homework, and he invites me over to go watch his games. He scares me a lot. He's like, And then I'm like, I keep getting so spooked. He's like the king of booing.
Well, that's fun. You guys are having fun with each other.
Yeah. What happens if you don't listen to your parents?
So growing up, I think to be honest with you, always listened to them because I didn't want to disappoint them. And so I kind of just always follow the rules. My brother, on the other hand, broke the rules a bit more than I did. And they dealt with it by talking to him. My parents were big on, let's talk about it. Why did you do that? Why were you dishonest? And that would make us feel so badly that we would never do it again. That was pretty much how it was.
Yes, and I also asked that because when Dad was little and he didn't listen to his parents, he got spanked.
Ooh, no.
And sometimes when he fought with his brothers and they didn't agree on something, his dad gave him a knife and he said, "Go outside and kill yourself."
Oh, wow. That's that. I don't think your parents would ever do that with you.
What was your dream job when you were a kid?
Oh my God.
Did you ever have your dream job?
My dream job. You know what? I'll tell you something so funny. When I was little, I wanted to be like a big CEO. And my daughter Bella does it now too. I used to wear little high heels when I was your age, and I used to hold a clipboard. I used to walk around the house and just try and tell everybody what to do. I wanted to like have a big company, and I just wanted to be a boss. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wanted to be a boss, and I wanted to tell everyone what to do. That was really what I wanted to do, and it was really cute. And I think I have videos of me walking around in my high heels. But then when I went to college, it was clear to me that I wanted to be a journalist. And I really wanted to go out and help people and interview people so that people who were not recognized and didn't have a voice would have a voice, like what you're doing right now. You just said that I was the only one who wasn't interviewed. So you were so kind and compassionate to think of me that you came to interview me. So you're a little
I'm sure you've been interviewed before, but not by a kid.
This is my first interview by a kid, and I feel very honored that it's.
It sounds like you're an amazing parent.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet.
What advice you have for other parents?
Oh my gosh, my advice for other parents is to listen to your children. Because if we listen to you guys, then we will be able to give you everything you need in life so that you can just spread your wings and fly. And that way, sky's the limit, right? That means that if we're listening to you and we're allowing you to make your dreams come true rather than trying to live our dreams through you. And I think as parents, a lot of times, we think we know what's best for our children, but we don't if we're not listening to them. So that's my advice to parents, is to listen to your children and let their dreams guide you in the way that you parent.
What do your girls want to do when they grow up? Has it changed? Because mine have changed a lot. I wanted to be a firefighter, but now I don't want to yet. But now I want to be a zookeeper.
Ooh.
And last time I wanted to be a police, but that changed to zookeeper. And firefighter changed to comedian.
Well, I think that you are going to keep changing your mind, and that is healthy and normal. And you know what? Even when you become an adult and you find your profession, you might change your mind again. And that's okay too, because we're constantly learning and growing and evolving. And what we want to be today isn't what we want to be tomorrow. And that's totally okay. And my kids have changed their mind a ton of times. I mean, my daughter's in college now, and even she's thinking, maybe I can't really create peace in the Middle East. Maybe I should change my track and think about something else, right? And my Bella, who wanted to originally, be in computer science as a coder, now she's thinking, oh, wait, maybe I want to merge artificial intelligence and business. It's constantly changing, always changing.
I love artificial intelligence. I even saw an artificial leg in real life.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
When I was done with swimming, and they were locking the doors. The person who was locking the door had an artificial leg.
Super cool.
It
Isn't
was so cool.
amazing what we can do in medicine today? It really is.
Thank you so much for letting me interview you. This was so fun.
Julie, you were the best interviewer I think I have ever had interview me, and I have been interviewed many times, and you're a natural. So maybe the next time you think about what you want to do, you'll think about journalism.
Probably. I've seen your other interviews, and you're also so good.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for being so gracious, and thank you for having the confidence to step up at 6.5 years old and do all the wonderful things you're doing. And I need to interview you next. So we're going to set a date up if you want to be on my show so I can interview you.
Yes. Oh, and my mom also let me see you interview her.
Oh, your mom was excellent, wasn't she?
Yes, no, I was actually there, but you probably didn't see me because I was peeing.
Yes, I did not see you. You were very quiet. That was very respectful. But I appreciate you, and continue, Juliet, doing all the amazing things you're doing. We're watching you, we're following you, and we can't wait to see all the greatness that you do because you're so special.
Thank you. And I trained my mom.
Did you?
Yes, you should see that video.
I would like to see it. Can you post it?
Yes.
Yeah, post
Wait,
it.
I don't know if you did post it.
Maybe. Well, thank you, and Juliet. Say hi to your mommy from me, and I will set up a time so we can get you on my show. Okay?
Okay, bye.
Have a great
Bye.
day.